An agreement has been made and a deal has been completed as Liverpool conclude their swift business for a defender. Let's break this down. There is so much to discuss in today's video, so be sure to like the video and subscribe to the channel for daily Liverpool content. Liverpool have now completed the signing of Ronald Araujo from Barcelona, with the defender officially joining Andoni Iraola's squad for the 2026-27 season. The deal has been agreed as a season-long loan, but there is a very interesting detail attached to the agreement. Liverpool have the option to make Araujo's move permanent for €55 million, around £47.1 million. So while this is officially a loan deal right now, Liverpool have effectively given themselves a pathway to sign one of Barcelona's most experienced defenders permanently if he impresses at Anfield. Araujo travelled to England after the agreement was struck late last week, completed his medical on Sunday, and has now put pen to paper on the move. He will wear the number 33 shirt. And this is a signing that could prove particularly important for Andoni Iraola. Liverpool have been hit by a growing injury crisis in defence, with Joe Gomez and Jeremy Jacquet now joining Giovanni Leone and Connor Bradley on the sidelines. That has left Iraola needing reinforcements, and Araujo gives Liverpool a player who can operate both at centre-back and right-back. At 6'3", the Uruguay international brings plenty of physicality, aggression, and experience. And there are obvious similarities to the type of defender Liverpool once had in Ibrahima Konate. But there is also a point to prove here. Araujo has spent 7 seasons at Barcelona and was even placed within their captaincy group before being told this summer that he was not expected to feature prominently in Hansi Flick's plans. His final period at the Nou Camp was also affected by some high-profile mistakes, most notably his red card against Chelsea in the Champions League, which was followed by a period away from football to focus on his mental well-being. Now though, Liverpool are hoping that a fresh environment can bring out the very best in him. And there is an interesting connection here with Iraola. The Liverpool head coach knows Spanish football extremely well and was already familiar with Araujo from his time managing Rayo Vallecano. That familiarity could be crucial in getting the defender back to his best. Araujo himself has made it clear that he sees this as the right move at the right time in his career, and he arrives at Liverpool highly motivated to get started. So Liverpool have their man. Ronald Araujo is officially a Liverpool player on loan. But the bigger question now is whether this is simply a short-term solution to Liverpool's defensive crisis, or whether the Reds have just secured the opportunity to sign a £47 million Barcelona star permanently. Either way, the deal is done, and Araujo is now ready to begin his Liverpool career. In other news, Liverpool could be on the verge of a huge change behind the scenes, with one of the richest men on the planet reportedly closing in on a £1 billion deal involving the club. Jeff Bezos, the founder of Amazon, is reportedly part of a consortium that is now nearing an agreement to purchase a significant minority stake in Liverpool, with the deal potentially seeing the group acquire around a third of the football club. And the numbers involved are absolutely staggering. Liverpool are currently valued at more than $6 billion, or roughly £4.5 billion, meaning a stake of around 1/3 would be worth in excess of £1.4 billion. This isn't simply speculation either. Fenway Sports Group confirmed last month that it had entered discussions with an investment consortium led by British businessman Amit Bhatia, with the group expressing an interest in making a strategic minority investment in Liverpool. But now, according to Sky Sports, those talks have moved significantly further. The latest information suggests that all parties are closing in on a deal, with an announcement potentially coming as soon as this week. That is the part Liverpool supporters will really be watching, because if this agreement is completed, Jeff Bezos will become a major new investor share in Liverpool Football Club, and this would be his first equity investment in a major European football club. And Bezos certainly doesn't arrive without serious financial power. His estimated wealth stands at around £192 billion, while Facebook co-founder Eduardo Saverin is also involved in the consortium, with an estimated fortune of almost £25 billion. Put that alongside Amit Bhatia and the wider investment group, and Liverpool could soon have some extraordinary financial firepower sitting behind the scenes. However, there is an important distinction here. This is not a takeover of Liverpool. Fenway Sports Group would remain the controlling shareholder and would continue to run the football club. Instead, this would represent a huge minority investment, bringing in some extremely wealthy new stakeholders while giving FSG access to significant additional financial backing. And naturally, that raises the obvious question: what does this actually mean for Liverpool? On the surface, increased financial strength sounds like nothing but good news. Liverpool would have another group of billionaire investors with a vested interest in the club's long-term success. But supporters will also be wary. Whenever outside investment of this magnitude arrives, there are questions about what those investors ultimately want, how much influence they could seek, and whether any changes could affect the identity and future direction of the football club. Liverpool have already gone through this process before. In 2023, Dynasty Equity invested around £164 million for a minority stake, with much of that money being used to help address the club's debt. This potential deal, however, would be on an entirely different scale, and Amit Bhatia is certainly no stranger to elite sport. The 46-year-old is the son-in-law of billionaire Lakshmi Mittal and has significant involvement across the sporting world, including the Rajasthan Royals in cricket and a major stake in the Boston Celtics. Interestingly, ahead of this proposed Liverpool investment, Bhatia transferred his stake in Championship club QPR to the club's majority owner, helping to avoid potential multi-club ownership complications. So there has clearly been preparation behind the scenes. And now, if the latest reports are accurate, Liverpool could be days away from a major announcement. The club isn't being sold, FSG aren't walking away, but one of the world's richest men could soon have a substantial financial interest in Liverpool Football Club, with a stake potentially worth more than £1.4 billion. For a club already valued at around £4.5 billion, this would represent a huge investment and potentially another significant chapter in Liverpool's ownership story. And with an announcement reportedly possible within days, the big question now is exactly what Jeff Bezos and this consortium will bring to Liverpool, and what they will expect in return.